Hey everyone, this is Mark from Stocks and Cash, February 22nd, 2018, and I'm here with my market analysis video. Going to talk about some holdings as well as potential setups for tomorrow. So here we have the SPY, another mixed bag day today. We've had 3 or 4 spinning tops, depending on what you want to describe these candles as. This one could be considered a shooting star, but the point is that we've had some 4 indecision candles after we had this bearish move and then a bounce. So in my mind, it's good that we haven't rolled over. In terms of continuing on the bullish trend, back in this range here, I think on this candle, I said it would be nice if the market kind of moves sideways, give it a little bit of a rest. That's what's kind of happening here, before we start taking off bullishly again. Now, considering tomorrow is Friday, and coupled with the fact that monthly February options expire tomorrow, I don't necessarily think that we'll shoot up in any one direction, shoot up or down. I kind of expect us to have another quiet day. Doesn't mean we have to. And I guess quiet isn't the right word, but I don't see us breaking out of here, bullishly or bearishly tomorrow. I think if it's going to happen, it'll happen on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Just my prediction. Doesn't mean I could be completely wrong. But that's just kind of what I'm thinking. That being said, we'll be positioned to trade, whatever comes our way. If tomorrow's a breakout bullishly, then at the close we'll start looking for stocks that had similar breakouts, similar strong bullish candles, and see what we can get into. If we roll over tomorrow, then again, similarly, we'll be looking for options that are, for stocks that are looking bearish, that followed the bearish move, if that's what happens. But again, I do think we're going to have a little bit more of a sideways movement tomorrow, and then early next week, hopefully, we'll pick a direction and start moving. Taking a look at the Qs. Pretty similar to the SPY, Indecision. You see that the Qs are getting close to the 8 EMA, which is kind of nice. Stocks don't typically like to be too far away from the 8 moving average, so they kind of like to come and nestle up against it and kind of ride them up, as you can see here. In general, I mean, always usually pretty close. You can see when it kind of started to get away from it up here that it bounced back, almost touched it, and then moved back on. Got away from it here, touched it. Well, didn't quite touch it, but truthfully, this kind of run up, it was pretty far away from the 8 EMA, and then when we had our correction, we kind of snapped back to the 8 EMA. So again, with the Qs, I think we'll move sideways a little bit, maybe come down and touch the 8, but I don't see us really breaking out one way or another in that range tomorrow. Let's take a look at holdings. Right now I'm holding Walmart short. Not too happy with the price action today at all. Kind of caught me off guard with it bouncing. I figured worst case would have gotten a doji or some kind of hammer. That obviously wasn't the case. I'm down about 30% on the position. Nothing that's going to break the bank, just disappointing. But I am still holding it. We'll see what happens tomorrow. If the markets roll over, see if we can get out. But if they're up, I don't want to be in too much higher than the high of today's candle. So today's high was 93.39. So say around 93.50 is where I'll try and put my stop. If it does move up higher tomorrow. A couple other stocks I was in. Target, I closed 4% loss. Wanted to keep it small. I was bullish in it. It was kind of riding up during the day. You can take a quick look at it, actually. It was kind of meandering, I think earlier in the morning. I think around here is where I was getting a little concerned. It obviously took off from there. I definitely got out prematurely on this one. But I was afraid that it was going to pop up and then just kind of roll over again. So, 4% loss, not a big deal. Could have had a decent gain, but it is what it is. Try and keep our losses small and our gains big. So, out of target, Microsoft, another stock I was holding, well, options, calls. I sold out on these as well, also for a 4% loss. Maybe prematurely. I just wasn't sure what the market was doing. I was nervous it was going to sell off again today like it did yesterday, and I mean it did towards the end of the day. Just got out. I'm mostly in cash now. The only thing I'm holding are those Walmart puts, which may or may not be a good thing. But the reason I got out of Microsoft is, it's kind of meandering. Again, I wasn't sure if we're going to roll over, but we are at the 8 EMA, so it could be an area for Microsoft to bounce. But I'd be looking to get back in if I was going to get back in. A close above this candle here. So let's take a look at some potential setups for tomorrow. Let's look at Campbell's Soup. So yesterday I said, hey, this is a great opportunity to short. We never actually got that opportunity to short. It opened here and it closed here, so we never actually got below the below the close of the first 5-minute candle, so you wouldn't have taken the trade short. Now that being said, it kind of came back and tested this 3-year support line, as you can see. To me, that could be indicative of a setup for a bearish move. Sometimes when you get a big breakout here, you kind of retest resistance or support depending on which way you're going. In this case, resistance, and then move back down. So tomorrow I'd be looking for, especially if the market is red, I'd be looking for first 5-minute candle down. If we close below it, maybe buy a few puts and see where this thing can go. Targets of 42.22 and further down here at 40.68 or so. Let's see. I do have a couple of other potential bearish setups, so I'll try and cover those. SBUX. We came and touched the 21 EMA, touched the 100 simple moving average, got rejected, had some indecision type candles, but today was a pretty strong bearish candle. So I think we could come and work our way back down to the 100% retracement level of 53.51. It's about a $2 move for about, I don't know, 70 cents or so risk. So almost a 3-to-1 move there. It's a decent trade setup if SBUX continues to move down. And you can see that it does sometimes, it has touched this 100% level a number of times here, around here. So it does like to come back to that level. I wouldn't be surprised if we do hit it again. Let's see. And then Verizon had another weekday, pretty good volume. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue on down tomorrow, but again, we want to play the 5-minute rule. See what happens on the first 5-minute candle. If we get a close below it, take the trade, and then you put your stop at the high of the first 5-minute candle if you're kind of day trading it. So, you can see Stokes are overbought. RSI has some, room to move down. MACD is clearly bearish, so I do think right now Verizon is looking pretty weak. So let's take a look at Netflix. That's another one that we thought might break out yesterday, but kind of pulled back. Came back and touched the 8 EMA. And the reason why I'm still interested in this one, I mean, besides that it's a strong name, strong stock, we had the bounce off the 8 EMA. We're still close to this breakout level. If we do close above it, certainly don't want to miss out on a run up to potentially 320 or so. A $40 move would be really nice. So this is something I would be just keeping an eye on, seeing if the markets are green tomorrow if we close up above this level here. And similarly, LULU kind of banging off this resistance level here, our breakout level that we've defined. Really want to get a close. We've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times and have been rejected. You can see MACD is starting to roll a little bit, which isn't a good sign. But if we do get a nice strong close above this 81.8 level, I think LULU is looking pretty strong, and could run back up to 86, 24, even 91, 97. The fact that it's consolidating can be a good sign for a strong move in either direction. So we'll see what happens with LULU. Last one I want to talk about is Caterpillar. It came up, got rejected at the 62.8 retracement level on the fib. Came back and tested the 55 EMA, and now we're trying to retest the top of the fib again. So if we get a nice close above this fib line, I'd be definitely tempted to get into Caterpillar long. You can see MACD is trying to cross over bullishly. The Stokes are bullish. RSI is bullish. I think Caterpillar is a strong name and has some good room to run. We're at 158.86, and we're saying we could run all the way up about $30 to 191.86. So I definitely think there's some good opportunity here in Caterpillar. Short video tonight. That about wraps it up. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Leave them in the comment section. Otherwise, have a great night and good luck trading.